do 93% of the world's leading multinationals companies prefer certified professionals? Because they tend to be more committed to higher standards and ethics and maintain an informed intercultural competency. Whether you are seeking to build a career or to upgrade your HR professional career, you need to get trained and certified at the HR Certification Center today. Our experience in training and certifying HR professionals is unparalleled. We are trusted to offer a comprehensive portfolio of advanced professional credentials for the HR professionals worldwide. And today, more than 500,000 HR professionals worldwide in 125 plus countries proudly maintain our credentials as a mark of higher professional distinction. HR Certification Center. Call or send a WhatsApp message to +233 244 822 855. of the world's leading multinationals companies prefer certified professionals because they tend to be more committed to higher standards and ethics and maintain an informed intercultural competency. Whether you are seeking to build a career or to upgrade your HR professional career, you need to get trained and certified at the HR Certification Center today. Our experience in training and certifying HR professionals is unparalleled. We are trusted to offer a comprehensive portfolio of advanced professional credentials for the HR professionals worldwide. And today, more than 500,000 HR professionals worldwide in 125 plus countries proudly maintain our credentials as a mark of higher professional distinction. HR Certification Center. Call or send a WhatsApp message to +233 244 822 855.
Right, very good evening to you all who are joining us online. My name is Jeff, Dr. Jeff Bassey. I'm the course director for the HR Certification Center, and I wish to welcome you all to our rather supplemental, if I may call it so, because we had done a session of this nature already, except that a number of people who kept calling on us that they had missed the first session of the information on the professional certification. And so we decided to repeat the session for the benefit of those of us who missed the very first one. So this is the HR Certification Center. We directly represent the global HR charter body, that is the Human Resource Certification, global headquartered in the US. We are the representatives and for that matter, the approved providers in Ghana. And so this information session have an objective of walking you through all you need to understand if you intend to become a certified professional in human resources, but more specifically to also show you the way or direct you to our immediate or forthcoming session, which happens to be the 27th batch. This is the 27th cohort we are about to start, which starts on the 12th of June. So in the next 1 hour or so that we are on this session, I'm going to be walking you through what it takes to become certified professional, but more particularly, if you intend to take the immediate coming session, how to register for the immediate coming session. I want to encourage you that you can make use of the chat column if you have a question or two to ask. Kindly type your question in the chat column. And then once you do the typing, just have patience. At the end of the presentation, we would read through the questions and accordingly provide answers to you. And so I want to start the presentation on becoming a qualified or a chartered human resource professional. A lot of people ask, what is the difference between this and the IHRMP Ghana? They all will make you certified professionals, but the difference is simply one is global, that is the one we are about to present on now, and then one is local. You can liken them to CA Ghana, make you a chartered accountant, that is the IHRMP Ghana, and then we are the global one, just as ACCA, recognized global, but recognized in every country, including Ghana. Indeed, we have had several people who claim that because they were not aware of the global one, who had gone to certify with a local body and later got to know of the global one and came back to certify with that. We had several of such people. And then let me be a little biased and subjective here. A lot of people who also keep telling us, listen, I have my degrees from Ghana, so why do I also need to have the global, or let me say that my professional certification also only from a Ghanaian body? In any case, most of the successful companies in this country are multinationals. They are not indigenous companies. Now, that statement is not supposed to mean that we do not have very successful indigenous or Ghanaian companies, but most of the successful companies, talking about MTN, who we consult for, the Kempinski hotels, the Newmonts, and all those multinational firms, because they are, their operations, business operations span beyond the confine of one country. They tend to be more attracted to those who are globally certified relative to those who have just their local qualifications. So what are we talking about with this Professional in Human Resource International, which we simply call the PHRI, and then the Senior Professional in Human Resource, which is the SPHRI. And by the end of the conversation or my presentation, I would also be introducing you to the latest addition by the global body called the APHR, the Associate Professional in Human Resources, which require absolutely no entry qualification. It is for those who may not even have degrees, who are very new to HR and they want to just launch an entry into human resources. That is the APHR, the Associate Professional in Human Resources. But first and foremost, let's keep our focus on the professional and human resource, and for that matter, the Senior Professional in Human Resource. These are globally recognized qualifications from the HRCI, that is the Human Resource Certification Institute, headquartered in Virginia, USA. And may I quickly mention that there are different professional bodies of HR world over. Just like the accountants have, we have the ACCA, headquartered in the UK. We have CIMA, we have CA Ghana, and then there is one in the US called CPA, Certified Public Accountant. In the same vein, the human resource profession also have the HRCI, the one we are discussing with you now, the CIPD in the UK, there is one in Canada, there is the Ghanaian one called IHRMP. Amongst all of this, it's expedient to note that the Human Resource Certification Institute, the one that we represent in Ghana, is the oldest of all the HR bodies in the world. So you can be sure that you are in very safe hands. The HRCI is 46 years old now, have certified more than 500,000 HRs across the world. Now, certified professionals, as of now, as I indicated, over 500,000 PHRs, that is the professional and human resources, and over 300,000 senior certified professionals. The global body is recognized in about 134 countries, including Ghana. And it's important for you to note that almost all the key HRs in this country, Ghana, went through us to certify. Talk about Stanbic Bank, talk about Carl Bank. Stanbic Bank brought all of their 5 HRs. Talk about Minerals Commission, about 4 HRs, Carl Bank, MTN, Bank of Ghana, Newmont, Marriott Hotel, Ghana Airport, Ghana Gas. All those companies have their HR certified through us. You can visit the awarding institution's website at hrci.org. That is www.hrci, Human Resource Certification Institute.org. We, as the approved provider in Ghana, are the HR Certification Center. Like I mentioned, we are the only approved provider in the Republic of Ghana. Now, just for the avoidance of doubts, that is our approved provider certification status. It is renewed once every year. And so the latest renewal we had was last month, April, and it gets renewed year on. Now, what is the value of professional certification? And here I'm not just talking about HR. The accountants have certification, ACCA, CA Ghana. Marketers have the Chartered Institute of Marketing UK or CIMG Ghana. Surveyors these days have certification. The economists are going for certification. The bankers have the Chartered Institute of Banking. What is the value of professional certification? First and foremost, professional certifications are demonstrations of mastery and commitment to professional ethics and standards. Demonstration of mastery and commitment to professional ethics and standards. And may I add that there's quite a difference between an accountant and a chartered accountant. The two are not the same. Same way, there's a fine difference between an HR, and we have had several HRs even with MBAs, but they are not chartered, they are not certified until they had come through our course and have written and passed the global professional certification exam. And it's also a demonstration of commitment to professional ethics and standards. So once you belong to a professional body, be it the Ghana Bar Association if you're a lawyer, or medical association if you're a medical doctor, or ACCA if you're a chartered accountant, or the HR professional body that we are talking to you now, if you become a certified HR, it gives you a commitment to certain ethics and standards because the body holds you to those standards. And that gives some level of confidence to the employer in dealing with you, because the employer is well aware that there's a professional association, a group of people who you owe allegiance to, and will hold you to professional standard. The second key value of professional certification is that it gives you technical expertise to respond to the issues. It gives you technical expertise to respond to the issues. And if I may say this, I serve as a consultant to quite a number of companies in this country. I consult for MTN, I do Kempinski, I do VRA, I do quite a number of organizations, some 112 companies. Now, one of the telcos I consult for had this issue where a line manager had accused an employee in a department other than HR of a wrongdoing, that employee has breached a company policy. And the line manager had unilaterally suspended the employee. After suspending the employee, the issue came to the notice of management. Management will put up an investigative committee, and let me say that that is an acquisitorial investigation and not inquisitorial. And so they found the gentleman culpable or guilty. And so management will now recommend that the person be terminated. Now, serving as a labor consultant to the organization, the company called me for their decision they're about to take to terminate the appointment of the employee. And I said, no, they were not going to go ahead with that termination. Why wouldn't I say yes? Because in law, in labor practice, you don't punish a person twice for the same offense. The person had been suspended already. Now, what the organization should have done was to have interdicted the employee. Now, because the Labor Act did not mention interdiction other than the supporting legislation, a lot of managers in their practice do not avert their attention to, or do not even know how to go about employee discipline. So that employee should have been interdicted. The law allows you to interdict an employee, put the employee on half salary for at least 6 months, where administrative investigation would have been brought to an end. And when the employee is found guilty, you can now terminate, because both suspension and termination are disciplinary actions or disciplinary punishment. So you realize that certified professionals understand these technicalities and are able to play around, because if the company had gone ahead to separate or terminate the appointment of that worker, it would have gone to the Labor Commission or the Labor Court of the High Court, and the company would have been ordered to reinstate the employee and pay damages to the employees, and those needless liabilities can be avoided if there are certified professionals leading your HR team. Finally, professional certifications give you what we call cross-cultural competence. And like I said, most of the successful companies in Ghana are multinationals, and they think that certified professionals globally are more strategically positioned for international assignments and will understand issues of standardization rather than just localization. And so for all of these reasons, certified professionals tend to be more preferred by employers over non-certified degree holders. If you are just a degree holder, be it a first degree, bachelor's degree, or a second degree, which is master's, without professional certification, you may not have an edge and have that professional confidence to approach the issues. This is just by way of the companies whose HR officers or managers have studied with us, as you can see on your screen, quite an inexhaustive list of companies. Right. Now, if you are here for the professional in human resources, your content, the content that you will be taught, and for that matter, your end of session certification exam will be based on administrative and operational HR. Administrative and operational HR. And so that is why we require that you must have a first degree in any field. And if I could emphasize that, degree in any field, we have had several people with degrees in biology, in French, in political science. As for sociology and psychology, just too many of them who had come through this course, understood the concept and the theories as are taught, wrote the certification exam, passed, and are out there either practicing as HR managers or unit heads. Either the person is the performance manager or the employment manager or something. All right. So all we need is a first degree, whether in HR or not. And that is an erroneous impression out there that if you don't have a first degree in HR, you can't do the professional certification. That is not true. Right. It's just like law. All you need to read law is first degree. And the field or the discipline you acquired your degree in is quite immaterial. And so when we say first degree, any field, equivalent can be H&D, whether in procurement, in accountancy, in secretariatship and management, you'll be qualified to do the professional in human resources. Now, the senior professional in human resources tests policy and strategic HR. So the content is policy, strategic HR. Now, the models are the same. If I say model, in professional course, we call subject models. But the content areas are not the same because we have people say, but if I'm doing SPHR, senior professional, as against somebody doing the regular professional, why are the subjects the same? It's like you are in secondary school. In Form 1, first year, you do a subject called mathematics. In Form 3, you will still do a subject called mathematics. But you agree with me that the content of Form 1 mathematics is not the same as Form 3 mathematics. So the models may sound the same, and they are all 5, but when we are teaching it, the approach is different. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a topic area. Now, topic is not the same as a whole model. These are thematic areas under. So let's say you are learning a topic called outsourcing. Now, all the professional in human resource candidates needs to understand is to understand, why do we outsource? What is the process of outsourcing? And eventually, probably, let's say, what would be the benefits of outsourcing? For the senior professional, apart from understanding these things, we also require you to understand what we call vendor governance. Now, when you outsource by the design of labor laws, both in Ghana and ILO, International Labour Organization, which Ghana is a signatory to a lot of the conventions of ILO, you are required to, you'll be held responsible, or let me say liable, jointly liable for the company who you outsource to's errors. Let me say that again. So company A have outsourced. So until recently, Vodafone had outsourced their communication unit to a third party, so that if you called Vodafone to make an inquiry, the guy who picks your call isn't a direct staff of Vodafone. He works for a vendor who had taken that contract from Vodafone. Now, when that vendor commits a ULP, an unfair labor practice, or break any laws, any employment laws of the land, now the law will come for both the vendor and the mother company Vodafone that awarded the contract. To that extent, you don't contract or outsource and go to bed, because you'll be jointly liable. So you need to understand what we call vendor governance. Now, you have to understand a legal document called SLA, Service Level Agreement, to regulate the relationship between you, the mother company, and the vendor. Now, all of these strategic issues are not for the professional. They are for the senior professional. Now, as a senior professional candidate, SPHRI candidate, you need to have an understanding of the business beyond the HR function. So you need to understand the budgeting system of the company, the strategic planning system of the organization, You need to understand key financial statements, i.e. balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement. Now, because you have to be, you are part of top management who will need to position the HR department to be strategically aligned to the direction the organization is going. For all of these reasons, we require that you give us a master's degree, an MBA, or a first degree. If you don't have an MBA and it's a first degree, you must have practiced HR for at least 5 years. If you have a master's, we can lessen the number of experience you require to be an SPHR candidate and to qualify to write the senior professional directly. But if you don't have a master's and it's a first degree, you must give us an evidence of you practicing HR for 4 or 5 years before you can be accepted directly into the senior professional class. And let me say that, you see, there are people when they are coming, they are like, I want the SPHR, as if it's just a choice. You have to qualify for it. Let's even granted that we accepted you directly to the senior professional. Because you don't have the pedigree, you don't have the enough foundation, either in a master's degree or haven't had that level of exposure in the light of experience, you yourself will not be in a good position to appreciate the concepts and the concept that we'll be teaching in the senior professional class. And so take it easy. Now, in the event, I don't know why we think that you can just jump up and stay there. You climb up. You don't start teaching tomorrow morning and you are called a senior lecturer. You have to lecture for a while. You don't join the military as a recruit and the following year you want to be a senior military officer. And so, and let me say that the regular professional itself is not a low qualification. And I can mention various HR managers in this country who are not senior certified, but they are just regular certified. HR manager of Marriott Hotel, of EIB Network, performance manager of Ghana Airport. All these people are people who went through us. They are professional, not senior professional, and they are practicing out there. In any case, if your quest is the senior professional, relax. You come for the professional if you are not directly qualified for the senior professional. You do the professional, you pass the exam, and then you come back and do supplemental tuition, or we give you supplemental info, what we call in Ghana top up. Top up is not good English, it's tautology. If the thing is up, then it's top already. All right. So what we call in Ghana top up or supplemental info, you come back and then you only go through additional information to enable you. So here, with or without a master's, because you already have the professional and human resource, you only need some additional information so that the PHR certificate becomes a leverage or the springboard on which you can stand to do the senior professional. That is in the case you don't directly qualify for the senior professional. All of these things must come together with what we call knowledge of the local country's laws. As you agree, this is a global course, and but you will be practicing in one country. So if you are taking this global certification course from China, you need to demonstrate or give an evidence to the global professional body of your knowledge of the Chinese labor laws, because you are practicing in China. If you are practicing in Canada, the Canadian labor law, in Kenya, the Kenyan labor law, and for that matter, if you are practicing in Ghana or you are going to write the exam from Ghana, you need to have an evidence of knowledge of the Ghanaian labor laws. So we conduct a special 1-week masterclass on the labor laws of Ghana. We peruse the Labor Act cover to cover. We go ahead with the supporting legislation, LI 1822, LI 1833. The LIs are the legislative instruments. Then we take you through other legislation of reference, i.e. Workmen's Compensation Act, the ADR Act, the Factories, Offices, and Shops Act. Because we are the approved providers for the professional body, the global professional body, except when we issue you a labor law of Ghana, Ghanaian labor law certificate, that will enable you to be accepted into writing the global certification exam. And the only people we exempt are qualified lawyers. So we had a number of lawyers come through this course. If you're a qualified lawyer called to the bar, it is assumed that you understand employment law issues. You are exempted from the the labor law masterclass. Otherwise, everybody else must go through the labor law masterclass. Now, like I mentioned, the new addition that the global body have introduced is the APHR. So all those qualifications I was mentioning for the PHR International, the SPHR International are all not required for the APHR. So all we need is your zeal, your passion to want to go into HR. We don't need any qualification. You can come in for the associate professional in human resources as a starter, entry level. Once you pass the exam, you can use it to do the PHR. You pass the exam. Eventually, before you know it, you are a certified senior professional in human resources. This is how our classes look like. We rather run very heavy numbers. It doesn't mean that all of you are put in the same class. This is an orientation session. That is how come you see the class to be that large. Otherwise, we break our professional class into smaller units. We run between 150 and 200 people per session, per intake. And let me say that exactly 3 weeks from today, the next session is starting, and we just have a few slots in the professional class to hit our target for, or our capacity for the next intake. So the classes are further broken. Apart from orientation, they are broken into smaller units, as you can see on your screen, right? Okay. This is but one of our labor law masterclass sessions, as you can see on your screen. We run our labor law masterclasses on quarterly basis, right? Now, so these are our immediate past certified people. We have just, we released the list of immediate past quarter in addition to this. That is quarter 1 of 2021, which I'll be showing to you briefly. Now, let me say that not everybody who had passed the exam, gone through us, allowed us to publish them in our magazines or our publication materials. But the ones that allowed us, as you can see, the HR manager of National Banking College is in there, of the Ministry of Defense is in there, HR director of Carl Bank is sitting there. Isaac Boche is an HR of APSA. William Cartier is the secretary to the Council of State. We have Evaristos, who is HR of National Investment Bank. There are quite a few of them who are also who freshly graduated from school and are not with any company at the moment. Stanbic Bank had a number of their managers in this list. Newmont is right in there, VRA, Nedco in the northern region or in Tamale, Ghana Water HR is sitting in there. Beyond them, the immediate past quarter are these people who also certified, HR of Toyota and KPMG, Casapreco, Access Bank, DevTraco, Lands Commission, Olam, and a few other companies. The list of second quarter is yet to be published because second quarter has not ended. Now, in course of your stay with us, we walk you through, or we take you through some special workshops, which are part and parcel of the course to strengthen or increase your competence. The first one is understanding financial statement. So we run a special workshop for you on understanding the balance sheets, understanding the income statement, understanding the cash flow statement of the organization, and understanding the budgeting system. This is particularly targeted at the senior professional candidates. That notwithstanding, if you are a PHR or a regular professional and not a senior professional, and you wish to participate in the understanding financial statement, we equally allow you. Now, we also run a special workshop for you on, or seminar instead, on social security and pensions. And then there is one on unions and collective agreements, And then finally is a 1-week labor law masterclass on the Labor Act of Ghana, Act 651/2003, Legislative Instrument 1822, Legislative Instrument 1833, and then all other legislation. Now, to the extent that Ghana is a signatory to ILO or ratifies a lot of the ILO conventions, we take you through the ILO systems based on which some Ghanaian judges, labor high court judges, deliver some of their labor judgments or rulings. And so when we are walking you through the labor law masterclass, we take our time to expose you to the ILO conventions. Right. All of these are supposed to position you, one, to pass the certification exam, two, so you can be a great practitioner out there. And let me say that over here in our center, we don't just prepare you to pass an exam. When you finish a professional charter course, you must have answers to almost all questions in that profession. So standard practice, a global standard to give you confidence out there. Now, as we all know by now, or most of you might have known by now, there are 5 models that make up the course, 5 key areas. The first one is strategic HR management. And then we teach you how to develop HR strategy. That comes with about 8 thematic areas, 8 key block areas under that subject or that model. Then the second one is HR planning and employment. That comes with 4 thematic areas. The next one is human resource development. That comes with about 7 thematic areas, from learning, development, talent management, performance, OD, and all of that are taught in that one. The next one is compensation and benefits. That come with about 8 thematic areas too. So we deal with all the salary administration, benefits management, bonuses, incentives, gain sharing, profit sharing, all of those things are dealt in there. And then finally, the 5th thematic area is labor and employee relations, where we do all the legal issues, the discipline, unionization, collective bargaining, employee discipline, grievance systems, all of those things, HR risk management, all of those things are done in model number 5, about 7 thematic areas. When you slap all together, 5 models, yes, but encapsulating 32 thematic areas. As some of you might have known by now, the certification exam, the professional certification exam, is a one-off exam. One-off means that all 5 models are slapped together and tested at one sitting. And it is refreshing to know that it is a multiple choice. And so you are answering, I'll give you a number of questions to be answered briefly. But let me say that much as it's a one-off exam, the examination is conducted every day, January to December, except on Sundays. So our work is to train and prepare you for 6 months. So anytime you start a course with us, as we are about to start on the 12th of June, your course will be ending by 30th of November. Then you are free. But because the course is not a walkover course, even after ending, we say that you should give yourself at least 1 month, revise all of your materials, your notes, your manuals that would have provided you, build your confidence. So you need at least a month beyond the 6 months. And now you are ready to pick a date. You pick a date that best suits you, because every day, January to Saturday, Monday to Saturday, January to December, except on Sundays, examination is conducted. Now, it's a one-off exam. Now, every country has one exam center. And in Ghana here, the exam center, which is the Prometric Center, is located within the Total House. Now, I appreciate all of you who are sending in your questions in the chat box. I'm just about bringing the presentation to an end, and we would respond to all of your questions. Now, so the exam is taken at Total House near British Council in Accra. So that is it. Now, if you are a PHR candidate, professional in human resources, you are answering 170 multiple choice questions in 3 hours, 45 minutes. 3 hours, 45 minutes, 170 questions. And not to say the questions are difficult, but they are quite technical and tricky. If you don't sit for a lecture, if you are not too exposed to the issues, it's very difficult to understand the concept, what the law says, and what standard practice is. All of these must guide you in identifying which is the appropriate answer to pick. If you are a senior professional candidate, SPHR, your questions are going to be 130 questions, 130 questions in 3 hours. I think that have further been reduced to 2 hours, 30 minutes or something, right? But we'll give you thorough orientation when you enroll for the course. The first day is going to be thorough orientation, which is deeper than what we are doing now, because that's when you are enrolled and you need to understand how to position yourself all through in order to become a certified professional. Now, somebody might have been asking right now, why is the PHR questions rather more than the SPHR questions? It's the same reason first degree, bachelor's degree is longer in terms of duration than a master's. It is not the duration, it is the content that makes the difference. Passing the SPHR exam is not a walkover. World over, pass rate is 48%. In other words, out of every 100 persons globally that register for the senior professional, some 52 fail and 48 pass. I didn't tell you that is our pass rate. I say global average. I'll give you our pass rate. The global average for the PHR is about 66%. Out of 100 persons, we have 66%, 66% and some 44 failing. So that is the pass rate for PHR, 66 out of 100. That of SPHR is 48 out of 100. Locally, that is we. What is our pass rate? 84%. Yes, you may doubt it, but I'm telling you the truth. We work so hard to ensure that you pass the exam. So as of now, our pass rate is 84%. Out of every 100 candidates we present out there, we get about 84 passes and about 16 fails. Now, in the unlikely event you do not pass at the first sitting, you have to resit. And the first sitting is what I'm talking about, 84%. The 16%, we encourage those who fail to pick a date. And there must be a 90-day difference. That is 3 months. In the unlikely event you fail the certification exam today, you cannot write. You are not qualified to write again until after 3 months before you can pick a new date. You yourselves, you may not be psychologically good enough to go and write the following week, okay? So that's our pass rate, 84%. The pass mark, what do you require to pass this exam? 72%. So you can now punch your calculator. What is 72% of 170 questions? It's what you need to become a certified professional in human resource. You need 70%, 72% of 130 questions to become a certified senior professional in human resources. This is a cross-section of our instructors and resource persons, our faculty. Some are faculty or instructors, others are but only resource persons. So my good self, I'm there as a lead instructor. We have Yvonne Redu, immediate past head of HR for Data Bank. Michael Nate, Mr. Samuel Alote is in the middle there. Mr. Samuel Alote have served as HR director for Stanbic Bank for several years, and also 9 years as HR director for Greatco, Ghana Great Company. He's a qualified lawyer and is now retired and practicing as a lawyer. Is now a faculty with us. We have Professor Noel Tego, is a lecturer at Oxford University. He only visits us and delivers certain lectures on understanding financial statements. We have Hilda D'Souza. Dr. Andrew Aglobi is a resource person. He just visits us, it's not a full-time faculty. We have Bernard J, who handles our union collective agreement issues because he's the General Secretary of Public Services Workers Union. Mr. Edward Breku-Bwedu is the immediate past chairman of the National Labor Commission, and so teaches a lot on our labor issues. Jifa Vanderpoy is an employment lawyer practicing with Ankoma and Associates. Senor Ajabin is a labor expert, immediate past HR director for National Investment Bank. And then Yao Autry with Stanbic Bank, now heading CH Group HR. Now, most of these people, except the resource persons, the instructors themselves are all certified senior professionals in human resources. So you can be sure that you are in very safe hands when you enroll with us. Now, before I conclude, let me quickly mention that This is a global professional course or global charter certification, headquartered in the US. Now, we do what we call the global gathering of HR professionals once every year. June of every year, we run the global HR conference in the US. It's always in the USA, but different states. So one year it was in Florida, another in Texas, another in maybe Maryland, in New York, name it. June every year. Now, all you need to participate as approved providers in Ghana is for us to provide documentation or letters for you to the embassy. Now, you can attend as a qualified certified person. You pay less conference fee. But if you are a candidate, you are with us as a student, you haven't written the exam and passed yet, you can still attend the conference except your status is non-qualified member. And so you pay higher conference fee. It's a very useful conference. We encourage all our certified professionals and candidates to make time to attend. All you need is just one of them. So if you miss that of 2021, you target 2022. If you miss it, 2023, one, where you meet all the big HRs in the world, from Microsoft to General Electric to DHL to KLM to BBC. All those great HRs are always in attendance. All right. Okay. Now, fee and registration. The fee we charge, or let me say that the immediate coming session, June 12th fee is 1,300 Ghana cedis per model, 1,300. So when you multiply it by the 5 models, that is 6,500. We agree it is expensive, but folks, this is a recognized global professional charter that gives you many miles ahead of the other professional. I mean, we have had several people tell us, well, I went for my MBA for 2 years, but I can tell you the 6 months I spent with you guys is way, way, way more beneficial and way ahead of the MBA I went for. How much is MBA going now? Nothing less than 30,000 Ghana cedis, and it will take you 2 years. Come for professional certification, 6 months, 6,500, and you have a leverage. Now, that is not to say don't go for your master's. Indeed, many of you listening to me already have your master's. If you don't have a master's yet, you may want to consider becoming a certified professional. It just 6 months, you are practicing, earning some good money, then you can comfortably finance your master's program. So that is 1,003 by 5 is 6,005. Now, we don't require that you pour the 6,500 at a go. The fee is paid on modular basis. Now, when I say modular base, I mean 1,003 per month. That is per model. So for instance, we are taking off on the 12th of June. All you need to do now is to register now, which is 150 Ghana cedis, to secure a seat in the room or in the course. When the course takes off June 12th, you'll be required to pay your first 1,003. You don't pay any other until we are in July when we start model 2. Then you pay your second tranche or installment of 1,003 consecutively for 5 times spread throughout the 6 months of study. Your fee includes your tuition, reading materials, trial questions. You are going to answer 170 questions, but we give you more than 2,000 past and trial questions to prepare you. Then we do what we call tutorials, which is a special prep class whenever you are ready to write the exam. And then you take an internal mock examination, which is more like an exact prototype of the professional certification exam. Most of the time, when you pass our internal mock exam, we are certain you are going to pass the certification exam. If you fail our mock exam, we advise you, bring you back as in prep tutorials to toughen you up before we register you for a certification exam itself. Now, let me mention that whenever you are ready to write a certification examination, you will be required to pay examination and subscription fee. Now, subscription is once you take a professional course, ACCA, you become a member of the Association of Professional Accountants. It's the same thing here. So your examination together with your subscription or membership fee, which is a one-off payment, you don't pay model by model or every year, you pay it once, is $495 USD, $495. That is hovering around 2,800 Ghana cedis. When are you required to pay that money? After the 6 months of training, whenever you are ready to write the certification exam. That is when you are required to pay that money. It is paid once to enable you right, and it doubles also as your subscription or membership fee. As many of you know, our next session is 3 weeks away from today. That is the 27th batch. It takes off on the 12th of June. Registration is still ongoing now towards the 12th of June. Registration fee is 150 Ghana cedis, 150. Now, the 150 can be sent to us by mobile money, all networks, or by EcoBank. The next slide will publish the how to pay mobile money or through EcoBank. So you may want to, if you're using a phone, you can do a screenshot of it. If you're using a laptop, you can put your phone on it, and then you take you snap it. Now, when a 150, and here we go, that is it. So if you are paying by EcoBank, there we have our account name is HR Certification Center. The branch is Legon. Account number is 144-100-240-4714. 144-100-240-4714. Otherwise, many people think that mobile money is more convenient. You just dial *713*4220#. That's all. *713*4220#. Once you dial, you will see Pay HR Certification Center. You key in 150 cedis, and then we receive the money. Immediately, the registration fee is paid. We send you a voucher code. Registration voucher is username and a password. So you just log on to our website. Now the voucher, once it comes, it directs you what to do. You go to www.PHR Global, Professional Human Resource Global, phrglobal.com. You click on apply. Once you click on apply, it will ask you of the username and the password that we would have sent to you after receiving your 150. So you key in the username and the password, the form will open up to you. It takes just about 6 minutes online to fill out the form. You submit the form, and that's all, you have finished your work. Our work is to process your form, issue an admission letter to you through the email address you would have provided. And normally, we issue our admission letters within 48 hours. So you apply today, latest by close of business Tuesday, an admission letter is in your email. That letter then gives you every directive. Where are you reporting? National Banking College, if you are doing the in-person option. What date, what time, which lecture, which hall are you coming to, the direction, how to pay your first modular fee. All those things will be stated in your letter. And let me say that we add you to our database and our special WhatsApp group for the candidate. That WhatsApp account have been created already. Don't feel bad, you are not late. We send information. Once you join, we repeat those information so you are updated. And then we also send trial questions for you to be assessing yourself ahead of our takeoff. You only are added to our WhatsApp page and our database after you have registered, not when you express interest. Now, I didn't mention this, that we run 2 kinds of lectures. Our lectures are either you are doing the in-person option. In-person option is Saturdays only, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., 8 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. We share the same premises with the National Banking College, Airport Residential Area. Now, I didn't say Chartered Institute of Marketing, Chartered Institute of Banking. Chartered Institute of Banking, CIB, is at East Legon. That's what I'm referring to. National Banking College, the college set up by the Bank of Ghana to train bankers in Ghana. We share the same premises with the National Banking College at the Airport Residential Area, very close to the National Service Secretariat and behind the airport View Hotel, that enclave. In any case, once you register, the administrator will send you vivid directions, including Google location or GPS. Now, you can also sign up for the online option, which is strictly Sundays. Online tuition is Sundays. Because of church activities, Sunday lectures, which is online, is strictly 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. And so you as a candidate, you have the liberty of deciding which of the options you prefer, in person, online. The good news is that we also allow you to switch in between. So you can be an in-person student. For one reason or another, on a Saturday you are busy. You just join the following day because the content that is taught in person on Saturday is the same content taught live online the following day, Sunday. The two classes, whether in person or online, are always at par. So every weekend, you have the option or the choice of deciding whether you do in-person Saturday or online Sunday, depending on your schedule. I must confess that we have very busy professionals working through our courses. And those high caliber ones come for the senior professional. The present class have the HR directors of MTN, Deputy HR, EcoBank, Bank of Ghana. They are all in this, the ongoing class now. Now, let me allay your fears about the online. We try as much as possible to make our online as effective as in person. The only thing is your internet. We have stable internet, different network providers, just so that we never run out. So your stable network is what is important. As we speak now, we have workers of Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, the transport manager, and the HR officer sitting in Takra, the GPHA, Ghana Ports and Harbors. Join us every Sunday. Anglo-Good Ashanti workers in Takwa join us. Newmont workers in New Ebrim and Kenya join us. We currently have students in 8 countries: China, India, Germany, Kenya, Ivory Coast, the UK, and the US join us every, most of them are Ghanaians who have traveled to these places, except the Indian and the Kenyan. The rest are all Ghanaians who have traveled to this country. And people go through the online, sit for the exam, and pass. Now, don't ask me, is the online fee lesser? No, it's the same. To the extent that we allow you to alternate, we can't charge separate fee. So those online sometimes come to in-person for the sake of networking. Those online or those in-person also sometimes go online because they are busy on a Saturday or two. So folks, there we have it. We are now ready to take your questions. Many of you have put your questions in the chat column that we'll be reading out. If you have a question, please go to the chat column and type it out. We would read your question and provide answers here for the benefit of everybody. Just excuse me for us to listen to this ad for just 1 minute, and then I would read out the questions, accordingly answer them. Right.
Why do 93% of the world's leading multinationals companies prefer certified professionals? Because they tend to be more committed to higher standards and ethics and maintain an informed intercultural competency. Whether you are seeking to build a career or to upgrade your HR professional career, you need to get trained and certified at the HR Certification Center today. Our experience in training and certifying HR professionals is unparalleled. We are trusted to offer a comprehensive portfolio of advanced professional credentials for the HR professionals worldwide. And today, more than 500,000 HR professionals worldwide in 125 plus countries proudly maintain our credentials as a mark of higher professional distinction. HR Certification Center. Call or send a WhatsApp message to +233 244 822 855.
Right. So if you are online and you are listening to us and you have never contacted us, the way to reach us is to simply send us a quick WhatsApp. Please do remember to add your name. Without your name, we won't give you the information. So, hi, this is James. Hi, I am Vero. Well, if you don't add your name, we will ask you to indicate your name before we give you, for the sake of our systems. All right. So you just send a quick WhatsApp to 0244 822 855. 0244 822 855, and we'll furnish you with all the details: course content, duration, course fee, course center, start date, how to register. Everything will be on your phone. For those of you who are listening to us from outside Ghana, I know there are a couple of Nigerians, Kenyans, and somebody joining us from Germany. Remember that you will precede that number with the country code +233 244 822 855. Just send us a quick message with your name, and then we will furnish with all the details. Then you can go ahead and register with us. All right, so we read out the questions as put out in the chat box. If you are yet to type in your question, do so for the benefit of everybody else here. And so the first question reads, please, then why PHR and SPHR are all paying the same fee of 1,300? Well, that is our decision as a management team. In any case, the coming session, which is June 12th, is the very last session that we are taking 1,300 per model. And so from subsequent sessions, management have accordingly increased the fee. And because of the demands of SPHR, the SPHR fee has gone slightly higher. And let me also announce that the APHR, the Associate Professional and Human Resource fee, have been reduced. So much as we have increased fee, we have reduced that of APHR, taking effect from the session after the June 12th. So the June 12th, the fee is 1,003 for PHR, for PHR, SPHR, PHRI, SPHRI. But for APHR, you are paying 1,000 per model and not 1,300 per model. Can a diploma holder apply for PHR? No, if the diploma holder doesn't have any HR experience. So if you are a diploma holder and you have had HR experience, we admit you to PHR. But diploma without any HR experience, you come for the APHR, Associate Professional in Human Resources. Somebody writes, write-up not showing. Maybe it has to do with your system or your device you are using. Our write-ups are showing quite well. We have a lot of monitoring around to be sure that you don't miss out on anything we do. So it might be your system. Yes, somebody's writing on the screen and we are advising you to kindly stop. You are disrupting the whole work we are doing here. Patrick writes, sir, I don't understand the difference between PHR and SPHR. I just made a difference. If you join us from the beginning, Patrick, then you would have, if you join us late, you may call the number on your screen, 0244-822-855, after this presentation, and you understand the difference. But materially, the content of PHR is administrative and operational HR. That of SPHR is strategic and policy HR. And so are the examinations also conducted. If you want deep information on the difference, contact us after this session might have ended. When one failed the exam, what next? You resit. So Abena, if in the unlikely event you fail, our pass rate is high, like I said, 84%. But some 16% still do not pass. So if you don't pass, you resit after 90 days, after 3 months of your first attempt. I am an academic, and I must say that every good examination, people must pass and people must fail. So it's quite normal that not everybody will pass at first sitting, all right? So Abena, my answer to you is in the event you fail, you resit. Please, can you explain to us the relationship between HRCI certification and ISO? ISO certified quality, and HRCI is so certified by all the bodies. HRCI is ratified or accepted in 134 countries and still counting. So we are ISO covered, all right? Now, NS writes, Doc, please, how much is one expected to pay for the receipt? Oh, in the unlikely event you fail, you have to pay the exam fee again. But there's something we call insurance. When you come for the course, the first day, we take our time to explain the concept of insurance to you. You can insure yourself against failure. It's like doing comprehensive insurance for your car. In the event something happens to the car, the insurance company does it. But if nothing happens, you've lost the money. So the choice is yours. If you're not confident in passing at first sitting and you pay the $495, you pay another
5 o'clock.
Another little money for insurance. We don't normally advise it because then psychologically you are relaxed, you don't put in your best. But if you pay insurance of about $200 and you fail, you risk it without paying the $495 again. But if you pass, you have lost the $200. As a course director, I don't advise my candidate to pay for insurance, but that is just advice. We are adults, we run an adult course, we give you the discretion of deciding what you want to do. Right. Now, Rafia writes, I'm really interested, but I am located in Obuasi where networks are not stable. Secondly, do you have a payment option as in if you can't afford the payment in one model? Well, like I said, we already have people in Obuasi, that is Anglo-Good Ashanti workers. So I don't know what your network, and there's very little we can do to help you, Rafia. You may have to come to Accra or move to a place where you can get network. That is just the two options we have. Payment options, once you come in, what is critical is your first 1,003. If you come in, you engage the course administrator, Mrs. Pearl Amoram Ponsan, give her a payment arrangement. Once it's good, she allows you into the course. So we are not too hard on payment issue. Your first 1,003 to secure you as a student, the rest, but at all costs, you have to finish paying all your fee in 6 months. Otherwise, we don't register you we don't allow you to write a certification examination. But so anyhow you want to spread the fee, you are allowed. Arthur writes, i.e. Arthur, how will the Zoom session be carried out? Duration, interaction, different fees. We don't charge different fee. The fee is the same, whether in person or online, because we allow you to alternate. But as for how will it be done, I mean, we are practical. There's nothing in person that is not done online. In any case, Ms. Arthur, the best way to measure the effectiveness of a system is the result it produces. We have run many online sessions and people have gone through the online route and passed the exam. They haven't met us in person. We have never met them. They pay their fee through the bank if you're outside the country, mobile money if you are in Ghana. They take the course, they write the exam, and they pass. Once they pass, we believe that whatever we do online must be good enough, all right? So we do group discussions online. It is very interactive. Assignment, there is nothing in person you don't find online. All right, now, if we're right, how often do you enroll new cohorts? If we're every quarter, new cohorts. I can guarantee you that we do admissions every quarter. What I cannot guarantee you is the fee remaining the same. Fee are always subject to increment, but you are certain. This is our 27th cohort. We are marketing. The 26th cohort are just wrapping up by the end of this May. That is how come new people are coming in. Sometimes the cohort also overlap. While somebody is in the first 3 months, another cohort is in the last 6 months. So every quarter, new cohorts coming, but the fee is subject to increment. Can we sign up for both in-person and online? Yes, I've already said that. But we don't encourage you come to Saturday, the following day you are still online, because professional classes, the classes must be in small numbers. So professional content is not the same as academic. And let me say this, those of you who see the models, oh, this one I did in school when I was doing my first degree in MBA. No, what you did in school is academic theory. Here is professional charter. The subject may sound same and familiar. When we take it into the content are not the same. So stop telling us, I did this one in school. You didn't do it. Okay, let's go on. To IFWA, that is how often we enroll candidates. Can we sign up for both in person? Yes. You can be Saturday this week in person. The following week you are busy, you join us online. But you come in person, the following day you are still online. What do you want? It's the same information that will be repeated online the following day. Okay, so you can alternate. Okay. Now, hello, what is your advice to someone who has an MBA in human resources but not practicing HR? At the moment, which of the courses should a person start with? So we will gauge your understanding of the issues to know whether we place you at SPHR, because practice is important for SPHR. You may have an MBA, but because you don't have exposure to HR, it may be, even if we admit you, we will put out the concept and you will know that because you have never been an HR officer or HR manager before, you don't appreciate the issues. And so we want to measure, there are people who have a lot of experience in corporate or in corporate experience, but not in HR. We want to measure to see how much of those exposures you have, and especially at the managerial level and all of that, to consider you for senior professional. For PHR, we don't bother you with all of these things, okay? Right. Francisca writes, can you please repeat the amount for examination and subscription? $495 United States dollars. And that is paid once, anytime you are ready to write the exam. You are with us for 6 months. After the 6 months, you are free to choose a date you wish or you feel confident and ready to write the exam. $495 USD. At the moment, is hovering around 2,800 to 2,900 Ghana cedis or so. And so remember that when you are ready to write the exam, you have to look at the prevailing exchange rate. Like I mentioned, we know that this is quite an expensive course, but it is worth it. We have passed out well over 1,000 people. This is our 27th cohort. Because certification in HR is relatively new, I'm not saying it is all the same new, but as compared to the accounting and the rest. So many companies want the certified ones. I won't mention the company, but one of the local airlines, this is an incident that happened. The HR manager have an MBA. The assistant HR manager wasn't having an MBA at the time. First degree, I think in psychology, came to certify, became a PHR. And the CEO wanted to swap them. As much as that wasn't the best action to take, that is just to tell you the confidence employers pay in certification. The CEO said he wanted the deputy to become the substantive because he is certified, and for the substantive to become the deputy because he's certified. Well, the substantive got piffed and resigned. I know the two people in person. And the deputy who was to become the substantive, who thought that the substantive was her friend, he didn't want to betray, she also resigned. That is how the company lost the two people. But take the morals of the story. The fact that somebody becomes certified gives confidence to management that that person understands the issues beyond the person who just have the academic MBA. All right. What time does lecture start on Saturday? I mentioned 8 a.m. and we close at 2 p.m. Latest is 2:30, Saturday lecture closes. So in person is Saturday, National Banking College, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Online is Sundays, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Okay. Now, Rafia writes again, please, when you are online and at the end of the day, when your network wasn't smooth, is there an option to get any presentation option? Rafia, we don't really encourage recording our lectures, but because we've been having some of these challenges, management is looking at recording all our sessions. If you are a registered student and you were online and your network had a problem, after the lecture, we send you the link so you can watch the recorded one that doesn't need a stable network. Once you're able to download, you're able to watch it. So this is a new measure we are considering introducing going forward, Rafia. Eric writes, please, do you have a center or outlet for the program in Kumasi? So no, one center, Accra. If you are in Kumasi, you join us online or you come to Accra. And can I tell you that several people, now we were in Kumasi about a month ago. We were interviewed on Love FM, Orange FM, and the rest. Several people have enrolled. A few said they want to come to Accra every weekend. And can I say right now, I don't speak very good Twi, Ghanaian, full-blooded Ghanaian, but I don't speak very good Twi, all right? Now, one lady who is a HR manager for Busumi Frehun Rural Bank around Asante region comes to lecture every Saturday in Accra. How she does it, I don't know. But she takes bus. Now, we've had the HR manager of NHIS, National Health Insurance, in Wa, Elizabeth Dombo. She flies down every weekend to take lecture. That's what she prefers. But several of them also join us online. We are joined from Takoradi and from Takwa, from Obuasi, from Kumasi, Tamale, and 8 other countries. Non-Ghanaians join us online. So we don't have a center in Kumasi. But we have a presence in Kumasi, administrative office and administrative presence, but not a teaching center. Right. What does APHR entails? Administrative HR. It doesn't include operations, administrative. So APHR is associate professional. They are of HR assistants in charge of those. So that is why it is at the entry level, and that is why we don't require any HR practice or all the degrees I am mentioning. All right. But once you pass the exam, it is a leverage for you to use to acquire a substantive HR charter. Right. Now, please, with a degree in business administration, no experience in HR, which course will be available, will be advisable? PHR. Degree in business administration, no experience in HR. You come for professional in human resource. You won't qualify for the senior professional directly. Now, when you are certified, is there any yearly subscription fee? No. You, however, do what we call 3-year renewal. The renewal doesn't require that you pay $495 again. Now, every profession, and this is the difference between professional qualification and degrees, and this is not peculiar to, we are wrapping up, we'll be ending the whole session in the next 10 minutes or so. This is not peculiar to only the HR profession. Project management professional, PMP, every 3 years, you are subjected to recertification. Accountants, ACCA used to be every 5 years. Now it is every 3 years also. The conventional wisdom is, other than a degree where you acquired a degree, few years after the degree, your knowledge is obsolete. You have a degree, but you don't understand the contemporary issues. Professional certification bodies ensure that you are always abreast with the latest or the contemporary issues in the profession. Does it require you going to sit and rewrite a rigorous examination? No. But in the 3 years, the professional body requires that you identify a couple of HR seminars to attend. And because we are the approved providers in Ghana, any seminar we organize and give you a certificate is recognized by the global professional body to score you points to recertify in 3 years' time. Otherwise, you also can take an area in HR that interests you and do a thorough research, like a project work of a sort to be looked at. So compensation and benefits interest you. You do a research work and publish it like thesis, maybe, or send to us for approval, why we should recertify you to engage your knowledge. Otherwise, maybe areas like employment management, labor law and labor relations, training and development, whichever area interests you. Otherwise, wherever you practice your HR, you can also get the CEO or whoever you report to write a comprehensive attestation on you, how your HR practice is helping to grow the organization. And that can score you points for recertifications. And that is once every 3 years. It doesn't require that you have to pay $495 again. Who qualifies for SPHR? I have mentioned that already. If you join us late, you can contact us on WhatsApp 0244-822-855, and you will have all the everything I've been sharing with you now will be sent to everybody here who send us WhatsApp messages. Just mention your name. Who marks my local law model if I am in Germany? How much is the cost of the examination? So already we have one student in Germany now. What's the name? Bernard what? Equal Bernard is in Germany now. Bernard Equal Boafo or Kwafo rather. Now this is an international exam. You can write it from any country. You can study here in Ghana and go and write in Russia. You can study in Russia and come and write in Afghanistan. Now, if you intend practicing in Germany, you need to study the German labor laws for you to be certified as a global HR practitioner. Who marks it? Wherever country you write, the marking is done by the professional body headquartered in the US. So which country you belong to doesn't affect who marks the script, because the HR content is a global HR knowledge. It must be the same in every country. What differs is how it is applied in terms of what the law says. That is why if you are studying from Ghana, you must give them evidence of your knowledge of the Ghanaian laws. And as many of you know, the Ghanaian parliament have given a charter status to the IHRMP Ghana. Now, what equates the international body qualified person to the Ghana to be accepted into the Ghana one is when you study the labor laws of Ghana. So we have two reasons why we have to teach you the labor laws of Ghana. So the LI, the legislative instrument attached to the HR law passed in Ghana by Parliament, is what equates the global body's certification. Just like ACCA certified chartered accountant is accepted as a chief finance officer in a Ghanaian company, ratified by the Ghanaian law. It's the same thing, right? Now, Evelyn writes, please, what if I have been able to register and pay for the first model, but cannot pay for another model or other model due to financial constraints? It doesn't matter. So you come for 2 or 3 models in a session, and then you break. The following session, when you have the money, you come in, you don't start again. You come for the other ones you haven't done. But until you finish the 5 models, you cannot write the certification exam. What we rather require from you is for you to keep the fire burning and the momentum. Because if you come for model 1 and 2 and you break another 6 months or the following quarter, you come for model 3, you need to keep your knowledge abreast or keep the fire burning so that you can, because it's a built on. You cannot understand model 2 until you finish studying model 1. You cannot understand model 3 until you finish studying model 2. So it's a built on. So if you study model 1 and you break, when you come back, be sure that you still can connect model 1 to the concept we'll be teaching in model number 2. What if I've been, okay, that is Evelyn. So we go, F4 writes, is the only fee you need to pay when ready to write the exam? Yes, that $495 is both examination and subscription put together. You don't pay a CD or $1 anymore. Yes, okay. Now, Anita writes, I have a bachelor's degree in HR. So the administrator just reminded me that the $495 is the PHR. For the SPHR, there's a $100 differential. So SPHR is $595 USD. So $100 difference if you are a senior professional candidate. Now, Anita writes, I have a bachelor's degree in HR and practiced for 2 years. I haven't been in active practice for 6 years. Would you advise I do PHR or SPHR? People like you are the one, Anita, people like you are the ones who are in between. We need to get the content of the 2-year HR practice. And you yourself, when you come, you see, model 1, first lecture, whether PHR or SPHR, you will be together. And then you will understand the issues. By lecture 2, we will break you. If you are in PHR, you don't sit with SPHR. If you're in SPHR, you don't sit with PHR. And APHR different, like that. You yourself, you will advise yourself. We have had several situations where people say, oh, I want SPHR, I want SPHR. They will compel you. We register you for SPHR. After lecture 1, the person himself walks to the administrator and say, after understanding what it means, I think that I am not good enough for the SPHR yet. Can you redirect me to PHR class? So you don't worry, apply for SPHR. When you start meeting the concepts, and because you don't have a good grounding in HR, and you think that you can do it, fine, we allow you. If you think that, no, I need to count 1 before I count 2, then you downgrade yourself to PHR. PHR qualification is a highly regarded qualification. You don't necessarily need the SPHR. It's like somebody say, I need PhD to become a good manager out there. You don't need a PhD. You don't need PhD to be a great manager out there. All right. You need PhD if you want to go into academics. All right. So the crave for the SPHR should slow down a bit. All right. Okay, let's go. Now, is it necessary to register again with a local HR certification body after training, after attaining the international one with HRCC? That is your discretion. Now, I know lots of chartered accountants who are ACCA and they are not part of CA Ghana. I also know chartered accountants who are ACCA and they still want to be part of CA Ghana. So we have several certified people with us who are part of IHRMP Ghana. There are also several of them who are not part of IHRMP Ghana. We've had people like MFA, Mariam, and the rest who are IHRMP Ghana certified already, working with SNIT and the rest, who come back to certify with the global body. So these are people who belong to the 2 professional. So all all of the decision is at your discretion. So Ebenezer, that is our answer to you. We are hinting to an end shortly. Naomi writes, please, any concession for today's participants who plan to join Naomi? I won't finish your reading. You want discounts? By policy, we don't give any discounts here at all. If your company wants to help you to sponsor you, fair enough. There are very slim chances where the administrator have used her discretion to give discount to. Maybe a company is bringing 10 people at a go. Otherwise, we don't give any form of discount at all. Our fee is 1,003 per model. What we do to help you is to give you the flexibility of spreading the money, pay in tranches, or you stagger the payment and spread it throughout the 6 months, right? Yes, the SPHR fee will go up, not for June 12th. It will go up for subsequent admission. Sometime in September, I think there will be new ads in September. That is when the SPHR fee goes up. But for the June session, it is 1,003, Naomi. Togbe, you are my countryman. Togbe Tatra writes, now, as a certified SPHR, there is always something to learn from HRCI. Oh, Togbe is a certified SPHR already. I'm happy on weekly basis, and that makes one always on top. HR from a global perspective. Thank you, Togbe. I now know who you are. Thank you for believing in us and certifying from us. Rafia writes again. Rafia has so many questions. Please, how is the examination option for students joining online? Please, whether you are online or in person, examination is written at one examination designation center. So you can take the tuition online from Tamale. You need to travel to Accra to write the exam. That is Total House near British Council. The exam itself is online, but it must be written at a designated exam center under examination surveillance or supervision. All right. Due to COVID. Okay. Now, those of you who are international students, if you are in Ghana, you must write at Total House Accra. If you are a Nigerian, a Kenyan, a Ugandan, recently we got an exam center for a Ugandan. You write in your country. So I'm not saying everybody who study with us must come to Accra, Ghana to write. Every country has one exam center, so you can write in your country. But if you are a Ghanaian in Tamale, you can write in Tamale. If you are a Ghanaian in Kumasi, there's only one exam center in Ghana, and it is Accra. But if you are in Nigeria, you can write in both Abuja and Lagos. Nigeria is quite a huge country, so there are exam center in only Abuja and Lagos. No other city in Nigeria have an exam center. Right. Please, will this session be available online? Yes, you can visit our Facebook page. That is HR Certification Center is our Facebook account name. And right after we end, you can get to our Facebook and replay everything that would have happened now. Mimi writes, please, how models do you run? I want to believe you want to ask, how many models do we run? 5 models. 5 models. Okay, Margaret, thank you for being my secretary for answering Mimi for me. McAfee write, that is the last but one statement. McAfee write, do you sometimes get job openings where you recommend someone for your students? Very good question. I forgot to mention it. Now, because we are a professional center, many companies call on us to send our certified candidate for interviews. Now, let me say that we are not promising you a job. We don't do that. But once you certify, sometimes we publish certified people who allow that we can do on social media, several companies. The most recent one is Olam Industry, Olam Company, the multinational. The HR director is Ken Entry. He always calls on us, send your certified candidate to take interviews. And so companies call on us to do that. As and when we have the request, we send you. However, you yourself, you are going to share class with a lot of employers. Deputy HR Director of MTN is in our class. Bank of Ghana is in the class. EcoBank, Stanbic Bank, all these companies. So we encourage you to connect yourself if you are in between job or you are not with any company now. We recommend you, we try to help you, but we don't make you a promise that we'll give you a job. Right. Now, NS Right, please, after APHR, do you qualify for PHR? Yes. After APHR, you don't need a degree MBA. The APHR is your entry qualification to the PHR. Nathan Wright, is exam fee part of tuition? I have answered that question already. No. Exam fee is $495 USD. It is only paid after the 6 months whenever you are ready to write the exam. And that also includes your membership and your examination, the subscription as well. Some of you think, oh, this is expensive. When you become certified, we are paying you 15,000, 18,000 a month. You will forget that you paid 6,500 Ghana cedis to us to make you a certified professional. Right. Efwa, thanks so much. Great session. Thank you, Efwa, for your acknowledgement. Charles writes, please, without the 6-month tuition, can I still study on my own? Yes, but you will not pass. We have had 6 people who have tried it so far. They all failed, came back, and sat for lecture. The course is quite technical. You can sit at home, read, and pass your own exam. I wish you good luck if you want to try it. But in the event you fail, when you call me and you come back, confess your sins and we will help you. All right. Eric Abwaji, who is a certified PMP, right? Great presentation, Dr. Bassey. You are really good. Thank you for your commendation. We appreciate that. I am not alone. It's a teamwork. A lot of administrators, a lot of faculty members and facilitation. So I only front the whole show as the course director. Atta writes again, good job, Doc. Grateful for this session. We are grateful to you too, Atta. Please take the fee again. My network was bad. 1,300 Ghana cedis per model for 5 models. You are allowed to pay the fee in installments spread throughout the 6 months. Charles, thank you for thanking us. Perfect presentation, Doc. Rafia, thank you. And then finally, when is deadline for registration? Originally, our deadline was 31st of this month because we are taking off on the 12th of June. But because we are running this session late, 3 weeks to go, I think deadline can be moved 1 week into June. 1 week into June can be the deadline. But you see, it is not too much about deadline. We have a capacity. We don't take more than 150 candidates for now. The session we are about to run now, we have a capacity of 150 who will be broken down into smaller class sizes. Maybe from September, when we increase to 200, we can be talking about deadline. So once the class is full, we cut the admissions because it's not academic work where we just group people or pack people. In a professional class, you want to make time to resolve individual challenges that people may have. All right, so that is all. We would leave it here. Some of you who are still sending some things. NS says tuition for APHR, 1,000 per model, not 1,003. The rest of you are just thanking us. If you have any issues, there you have the number on your screen, 0244-822-855. Just send us a quick WhatsApp message. We will respond to all of your inquiries and help you on how to enroll. If you are just joining us, here is our payment platforms. You send 150 Ghana cedis, the registration fee. If it is by mobile money or networks, dial *713 *4220 hash. *713 *4220 hash. That is it. You'll see Pay HR Certification Center. You send the money, we will send you the voucher code. You go online, you click on apply. That is, you visit our website, phrglobal.com, www.phrglobal.com. Click on apply, key in the username and the password. The form opens up to you. Fill out the form online. About 6 minutes it will take you. You submit, and then we'll process your admission and offer you a letter. You can also pay through EcoBank. The same platform, mobile money or EcoBank is the same platform. You pay the main fee when the course starts. But for now, don't bother your head over fee. You need to just register and be part of the next cohort, the 27th cohort, starting on the 12th of June. We thank you all for, Administrator, can I close? We thank you all for your patience and your participation in the session. We look forward to having you in our session and lecture hall. Thank you all, and do have a great weekend.
Why do 93% of the world's leading multinationals companies prefer certified professionals? Because they tend to be more committed to higher standards and ethics and maintain an informed intercultural competency. Whether you are seeking to build a career or to upgrade your HR professional career, you need to get trained and certified at the HR Certification Center today. Our experience in training and certifying HR professionals is unparalleled. We are trusted to offer a comprehensive portfolio of advanced professional credentials for the HR professionals worldwide. And today, more than 500,000 HR professionals worldwide in 125 plus countries proudly maintain our credentials as a mark of higher professional distinction. HR Certification Center. Call or send a WhatsApp message to +233 244 822 855.
All right. No item 13. Somebody is asking if we're going to serve item 13 for the session we just finished. All right, we can send you online pastries and we can send you online snack, all right? So be on standby. It will be delivered through your phone. So you can have your item 13. Thank you guys so much, and do have a great weekend. We look forward to having you in our next cohort, our next session. Right. So we have officially brought the session to an end. We can continue the conversation via WhatsApp or call. All right. Thank you all. You can see the whole, or go to our Facebook account as mentioned earlier on, HR Certification Center. And the entire presentation we have just done is uploaded on that WhatsApp, with that Facebook page, HR Certification Center, and you can help yourself. Thank you once again.